Today, we're in Sequoia National Park, and we're gonna hike the Lakes Trail via the Watchtower. So there are quite a few lakes that you could hike to. According to the map, it's about 14 miles round trip to get to Pear Lake. But we're gonna head to the Watchtower, Heather Lake, and Astor Lake, which is where that red arrow is pointing. You could make this a shorter hike by heading through Wolverton Road. Also, I'm going to do this hike through the Watchtower Trail instead of the Humpback, which is a shorter hike you could do. And here is where the hike starts across from Tokapa Falls, and it's an illogical campground, and as you can see, there's a bear trap behind me. So here's the trail to the left, there's a right, I'm gonna go on the right side, and then I'm gonna head about 1.1 miles, and there's gonna be a turnoff at that point. So about for the first mile or so, there's really nothing spectacular to see, as you're basically just heading through the woods on a wide path. You're just gonna see forest, fallen tree branches, and rocks scrambled everywhere. And there are some trail markers. You can see that yellow marker right there on that tree. And the trail will begin to narrow as you continue up this mountain. You can see the ferns growing on the side. And that right there is the 1 mile marker. And you can see this used to be a road, but it's broken up. So it's no longer a service road at this point, just a trail. And there's some Christmas trees. Past the 1 mile point, you're gonna see this Wolverton Road sign, and there's actually a creek down there. You can hear it. So there's gonna be a left and a right. We're actually gonna go on the left side. And this section, like the first mile or so, is mostly forest, but towards the end of this mile or so on this portion, the views start to actually open up, as you can see. And you're gonna reach this sign right here. So we're actually gonna go ahead on the right side, take us to the lakes. And there's some stair rocks to help guide us on this hike. So I actually had to put this portion in slow mode because there is actually a bear right there somewhere in those trees moving around. Let me know if you could spot the bear, but it's moving somewhere behind one of those tree branches. There it is right there behind that tree. It's moving. So just leave a comment in the comment section if you see the bear. And at this point, the views really start to open up as you see the Sierra Nevada mountain range. The views only get better as you make your way through this trail. And you could stop several times to admire those views, take a break, grab some water or a snack. And then you're gonna make your way past a meadow along this hike. And this tree actually fell in the middle of the path, and someone actually forged a path over the tree branch so you could walk over instead of climbing over the tree, which is pretty nice of them. Alright, so you're gonna reach this sign right here. It'll tell you where the lake trail is headed to, which is gonna be the left hand side. And at this portion of the hike, you got two options to get to the lakes. You could do it to the watchtower, or you could do the hump trail. We're actually going to do it through the watchtower. So as you can see, the views are opening up even more as we make our way out of the forested section of this hike. And we're approaching the watchtower. And this is the watchtower, and down there is actually Tokapa Falls, and this is a huge drop off, so try not to get too close to the edge. And you can see all the beautiful granite rock mountains. So some people are actually getting really close, just sitting on the edge, which is something I wouldn't recommend doing. But I'm gonna just try to get the best shots of this I can without getting too close and falling off. But yeah, it's pretty tough. And you can see some trees up on the mountains. Some people are taking a break right here, soaking in those views of the mountain range and just having a snack. Right there, that's the cliff. You could just stand right there or sit right there. So I'm going to take one last moment to admire these views of the watchtower, or from the watchtower. So now we're going to head to Heather Lake. So this portion of the hike is probably the only part that I would say is scary, because it's on the edge of a cliff and there is a huge drop off right there. So just take your time, stay close to the right side, and that's the sign letting you know you're heading in the right direction. Sorry for that fly I got in my camera. So this is telling you about the lakes. So we are at the first lake, which is Heather Lake. So I'm gonna just take a few moments to admire the lake. There are actually some people who are jumping in the lake and swimming. You could always come to the lake just to get wet or enjoy a nice swim. And you can see some people right there enjoying a swim in the lake. So now we're gonna go ahead and make our way to Astor Lake, which is about 1.1 miles from Heather Lake. So there's a little uphill incline, not too crazy. But right here, I'm gonna just take a break. This is actually a really good place to sit down and just look at the amazing landscape of Sequoia National Park and the Sierra Nevada mountain range. We are approaching Astor Lake, as you can see. This is from the top. We're just gonna rock scramble our way down there. We're gonna rock scramble our way on this left side, and we have arrived to Astor Lake. And if you want to head to Emerald Lake, which is close by, you can as well. And then another mile after that is the Pear Lake. This concludes our hike. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.